everybody, I'm Joey, and I have a really cute, easy gift card maker for you today. I'm going to get started by first, it'll just take me a moment to get set up here. I'm looking down at my iPad so I can see what you're seeing, and I'm going now so I can see that. And then my laptop I have here too, which I have to have that going as well so I can see your comments. And I'm not coming up yet, which might mean that Facebook is just getting logged in as well. So, oh, Diane, hi, good. Okay, so you're seeing me, so there. Now I finally see myself, so there we go. Okay, looks good. Alrighty. Well, if you're jumping on, say hi and let me know where you're from. And I'd also like to know if you need gift cards for the spring, what occasions you are needing gift cards for. Today we're going to actually make one for Father's Day. You know what's coming already. We're already almost through May, not quite. Obviously we have a couple weeks left, but so I've been thinking, what do I need for Father's Day? So that's what we're going to do today. All right, I think I'm ready to go. So I'm just going to get my iPad set up here on my phone stand so it'll be out of the way. And then I'll get you turned down here. Hang on a second. I'm going to click my camera, a little tool here. Hi, Kathy. Oh, you need for birthdays and graduations? Yeah, we always need them for birthdays, don't we? But it's definitely the graduation season. Okay, gotta hit something here on my toolbar and I'll go upside down and then you'll be right side up. I also need a wedding card. Just thinking of that. We have a niece getting married. And so I need to make a wedding as well. Okay, first things first, from last week, this is the card we made last week, and I already sent this out. So this went to Shirley Redmond. I had a lot of things to send out at one time, so I got everything ready for the mail. Some door prizes from our last online workshop, and then some cards to send out. So this went to Shirley Redmond, yes. And I actually already got a text from her saying thank you, so she got it. So that's great. So when you comment and when you share the video, you get little tickets in the drawing, and I draw names for what I'm making tonight. So you could be getting a little card in the mail from me, what we're making tonight. So make sure you comment and talk to me when you come on. A little more homework with this. So now this is Facebook Live, but I will be posting this up on YouTube as well. So if you're watching on YouTube and you enjoy the video, please give me a thumbs up, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. It's pretty new, so I'm growing. I've gone from about 8 subscribers to almost 100 in 3 weeks. So I would love for you to subscribe if you're finding things that you enjoy or you think you would enjoy. All right. So first things first, I have a spring stamp camp coming up, and this is going to be in person June 4th, but it's also available to go, or you can actually even just buy the PDF file. I featured 3 stamp sets or 3 bundles from the new annual catalog: The Best Butterflies, The Brood for You, and He's All That. And then I made 12 projects with these. We're going to use the He's All That tonight, but I made 12, and those are the supplies you'll get if you take it online, if you take it to go. I do almost all the die cutting. The only die cutting I don't do are things that you have to stamp and then punch out or then die cut. So the rest of the die cutting is done for you. Anything that isn't in the bundles is all die cut for you. And so for this class, you get about 40 a little more than that, between $40 and $45 worth of products. You get half a pack of this designer series paper, half a pack, or it might be a whole pack of the designer paper, the in color dots, a pack of the Baker's Twine Essentials, and then all the supplies to make all these cards. Plus I always include a little gift as well. And I always have door prizes, so if you're coming in person or if you're online, I always put the names of those who have ordered it online in the, sorry, lost my train of thought, in the door prize drawings. And what else? Oh, and you get a PDF tutorial too. So if you're interested in that, I will put a link to signing up for that in the comments in the end of the video. Hi, friend. Hi, Joe. Oh, there's Jackie. Oh, yay. Good. My friends are coming on. Fran, you got your card too. Excellent. Okay, that's good news. All right. Yeah, really good. I think I'm ready to go here. Let's see. Oh, two more announcements. Oh, sorry, the spring stamp camp, I didn't give you the price on that. So it's $60 for the event. If you need shipping, it is $9.65 for shipping. If you just want the tutorial, it's $20. And okay, so that's that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on this little card that we're going to make today. I've been thinking, I've showed a lot of gift card holders over my Facebook Lives in the past couple of years, but this is one I actually haven't shown on a video before, so we're going to try this one today. Let me get my pack of supplies here and we'll get going. This is with the He's All That bundle. So this is, let's see, I had it in my stack of stamp sets that we're using for the retreat, but these are the stamps for this one, and these are the dies that come with this one. I'm not sure I got them all back in here. I think I did. We're going to use some of those today. Trying to think of what I already had done ahead of time and what we're going to actually do on camera. So for this greeting, I'm going to actually use my Stamparatus because I'm going to stamp on colored cardstock. So this is the Harris Sand. It's a neutral that I seem to go in stages using it. So this one, hi Christy, good, I'm glad you could join tonight. This one, let's see, we're using Memento ink, and since we're stamping on colored cardstock, I like to use my Stamparatus because sometimes you need to stamp it twice, or you need to really be sure you've gotten it inked really well. Oops, I think I got my paper down too low. We'll see. I don't think that's going to work. Let's turn this over, and I'm going to do, let's see, will this work? No. So let me do this. Let's see if that's going to work. Yeah, that'll work. I'm going to come this way just a little bit. Okay, let's try that again. So I'm going to ink it up again. For my first card that I made like this, I didn't use a Stamparatus, but I was also stamping a color of ink on white, basic white cardstock. So it makes a difference. Now that's actually not too bad, but I'm gonna go ahead, since we went ahead and got the Stamparatus all set up, I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Christy, I'm really glad you're here. Very happy to see you. I'm happy to see all of you. I just happen to know that Christy's going through a hard time right now. So I wasn't sure we'd see her tonight. Okay, there we go. To the Man Who Does Everything. I had quite the adventure today trying to get this card done. I actually made my initial one for my spring stamp camp, and then I thought, oh, I think this would be fun to do on Facebook Live, and everybody needs gift cards this time of year, whether it's Father's Day or birthdays or graduations, whatever you need them for, weddings in my case. so I thought, well, I'll show it here. So I thought, well, I usually give my brother a Father's Day card. Yes, I realize he's not my father, but I usually give him a Father's Day card because he's a great dad, and I usually send him cards for pretty much every holiday, so I always include him. So I started out making a card this morning in colors that I know he really likes. And let me grab my stamp set so I get the die out. And what did I do with my stamp set? Here we go. So then I thought, okay, I'll show this one on Facebook Live. So I started to get out the same colors of paper and ink and everything that I had used for his. And I could not find the Designer Series paper that I had just gotten out and did my sample with like 30 minutes ahead of time. I still haven't found it. I redid the card completely. So what you're seeing tonight is not what... I will show you the one I made for him, but... oh, come on. So I have never had that happen because it was a big part of his sheet. So I looked through my pack of DSP twice. I looked around on the floor to see if I had, you know, if it had slipped off my desk and it had just found its way underneath one of my carts or something. I mean, I couldn't find it. And finally thought, I'm just gonna redo it. Oh, sorry, the sun's shining in. I'm still not quite used to this time of day doing Facebook Live with spring so far into the season, and the sunlight is obviously changing in my window, and I usually try to remember to put up a bit of a little sunshade, and I forgot. So hopefully that's going to still work okay. Oh, we needed something else for die cutting, which I didn't, so we'll get that back out and do a couple of more. Do a little bit more here. There's some cute accessory dies on this, in that set of dies. That we're going to use, actually both sets, but one I went ahead and die cut ahead of time and one I didn't. So these two kind of flag dies, well actually there's two sets of flag dies, so these you cut individually, and then this one you cut, it cuts both at the same time. That one, well, I thought I already did that one. Well, we're going to do this one. So let's get those out here, and we're going to do one of each of those. Grab my plate. I don't think this is actually the plate I usually use with this machine, but it works with it. It just isn't beveled like the one that actually came with it. This is, I think, when I ordered, this is our old ones that still work with our new machine, but the new ones are nicer because they're beveled a little bit. So let me put this stuff all away. So my brother's card, and I will show that to you before we get off of Facebook Live, but my brother's card was green and brown because those are his favorite colors. He's not very adventuresome with the color. And I used the mountain paper. This set of Designer Series paper has mountain paper. Does that double one fold? Christy, you're going to have to give me more details. Oh, no, it cuts two individual ones, and I'll show that in a minute. They come out like this, only they're straight, and it just cuts them both at the same time. Okay, so now where's my greeting? Okay, there's my greeting. Let's go ahead and put this part together. I think that's how I did it. Yeah. Anyway, I got sidetracked. So his favorite colors are green and brown, my brother's. and he lives in Colorado. I grew up in Colorado. So the paper I used for him is the one that has the mountains and the, well, it has trees and the camper, like evergreen trees and stuff. But I do have another whole pack of this paper, but I didn't really want to open a whole pack just for one card. Plus, it annoyed me that I couldn't find it. I was stubborn about it. I'm like, no, I'm not opening a new pack because I know it has to be here somewhere. Let's go ahead and redo that. I kind of want these to kind of come like that so it sticks out just a little bit. There, I think that's good. Now I have already die cut. There's another die in that set that is this kind of a circle, so it has kind of a, well, it's not exactly a scallop. It's more like a starburst, kind of. And let's go ahead and put this dimensional. You can see where I goofed on the back of this and I reused my paper. Like so. That's the good thing about our cardstock. It has two sides to it, so if you goof up, you can just turn it over. Okay, so I'm gonna get this down like so. Trying to get that straightened on my little medallion. Now this is one of our, we have a new set of dies, and I didn't grab them out of my drawer because obviously I die cut this earlier. I'm gonna just do this flat. They're called the Stylish Shapes dies, and they have this stitched edge on them. And there's a set of squares and a set of circles and a set of banners that are flagged at both ends. So I'm gonna get this down kind of like that. It looks like it's fairly straight. Okay, let's actually make the gift card holder part of this. We'll set that aside for a moment. This is a piece of Designer Series paper, and it is, I think it's 9 3/4 by 4 1/4. By the way, I will put in the comments, I will put the, gosh, I can't talk. I will put the link to the card recipe. I've already written up my card recipe, and it tells you what stamps, what ink I used, what paper I used. It tells you the number. It also tells you the price, tells you the host code for the month, or for this week at least. And I'll put that in the comments. Now the full PDF tutorial I will send to my email list. So if you're not on my email list, I'll also put a link in the comments to sign up for my email list. So that you don't miss anything. I send out a tutorial pretty often. I mean, I try to do it once a week, at least 3 out of the 4 weeks of the month. Okay, so here I'm gonna, let me get my directions out actually. I think we're scoring this at, oh gosh, what is it? Okay, hang on. I have to look it up on my computer. Hang on a second. I thought I had it written down on my desk, but I don't. So it is, oh, I didn't write down the score. Oh yeah, 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. Gosh, I was just having a brain bleep. 3 1/2 and I just want to make sure I'm right here. 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. 3 1/4. Okay, and then 6 1/2. So for this, we're going to have to pull out the arm on our, and it's right here, right past where the arm folds down. So, and remember, when you're doing designer paper, you want to go fairly easy with your scoring tool so that you don't tear your paper. Okay, so yeah, that's right. Okay, so there we go with that. As I started to say, I send out the full tutorial with all the supplies listed, and and all the detailed instructions, but you also have this video to look at too, so that's helpful. All right, so, and that goes out to my email list. Let me take, if you have a circle punch, that will work for this too, but we want a little bit of a finger hole. If you don't have a circle punch, we sell these hearts. There's 2 hearts punches come in the pack. So this one is the plain heart, and the other one, I'm just kind of guessing, hoping I kind of have this right. I got pretty close to the middle. So it comes in a pack of 2, the heart punch pack. So it's really one that I use a lot. All right, so now let me show you how this is going to go, and it always takes me a minute to figure this out. So this paper is going to go on in front, so we want, that's going to go on the inside. No, no. Okay. Huh. I don't know, maybe today was not the day for Facebook Live, since it started off rocky with me not being able to find my DSP for the original card. This is what I want to do, but it goes the exact opposite of this, so it's going to be on this side. That's going to be covered up like, that's going to be like, okay, is that right? Hold on here, good grief. Let me get out my original one and see what I'm doing here. This has to be on the front. I think I'm upside down. Nope, has to be like that. Okay, well, we're just gonna make this work. That's on the inside like that, and that should be like this. It should make a V like this. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Okay, well, hang on. This goes like, this is on the inside. So this piece folds back like this. Oh, for Pete's sakes. That, yeah, so hopefully if you're watching for the first time, you'll know that I'm not this ditzy all the time. That's how it goes. So it goes like this, with the side that you want out front on this part of your V. Gosh, just couldn't make, it was a visual dilemma. I couldn't get it figured out. But it goes like this. And if you don't have paper that has a direction on it, it's not going to really matter anyway. But these cows, I wanted these cows to be upright. There's one going the right way, and then there's one upside down anyway. So I don't think it really matters, but I just kept looking at that steer, and I thought that needs to go upside down. And then when you open it, it goes like this. So the glue, we want to close this part at the bottom and on the side. So we're going to take our Stampin' Seal Plus, because I want it to make sure it's, oh yeah, so that's going to run out on Facebook Live, because, you know, that's just how life is. So we're going to put it at the bottom, and I'm getting pretty close to the bottom there. And hopefully now I did it right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, if you think tonight is kind of crazy, it is kind of crazy. I don't know, I'm ditzy, completely ditzy tonight. Not that I'm not ditzy every week, but I usually know exactly what I'm making and how to make it, but I don't know. Tonight's not like that. But come back and watch again, because usually I don't have trouble actually putting my card together. Okay, let's go ahead and put a little panel on the inside here. So this one, instead of going to my brother, is probably going to go to my nephew-in-law. He's a young parent, my niece's husband, and they've got a lot of challenges going on with a 1.5-year-old and a 4-year-old. So it's pretty much go to work and come home and, you know, get everything ready for the next day. Only sometimes 1-year-old, 1.5-year-olds, and 4-year-olds don't always cooperate the way you'd like them to. Okay, so let's go. Let's do a happy Father's Day on the inside of this with black. I haven't been looking at your comments. I'm trying to keep my... Hi, Pam. Oh, hi, Chris. Yay, I'm glad you guys could come. Oh, thanks, Pam. You're so sweet. You're always encouraging. Actually, all of you that get on, you're always encouraging, and I get notes from you and sometimes cards from you, and I just really appreciate it. All right, so we're going to do wishing you a happy Father's Day. And we're going to... I wish you guys could all come and stamp with me in person. That's what I wish. Some of you are in... Well, a lot of you are all over the U.S. So, which is, you know, the beautiful part of being able to do Facebook Live. But, you know, I wish we were face-to-face. That would be really so nice. Okay, so I'm sorry for all the glaring here. I don't have anything close that I can grab to get it to glare out of the way. So hopefully it's not distracting you too much. Okay, before we put this on the card, we're going to grab our twine. So this is the Baker's Twine, the Essentials pack, and there's vanilla, and I think this maybe is either gray or Sahara Sand. I thought it was a little too pink for Sahara Sand, so I think it's gray, and then white, and then I would say crumb cake and black. So we're going to use black for this one. And I'm going to tie this around like so. I don't envy young people today. You know, I don't know. We didn't have our own children. We've got a lot of nieces and nephews. But my mother-in-law had 6 children, and my father-in-law, they had 6 children. Steve is the oldest. My husband, Steve, is the oldest. And she was... she had to have her parents' written permission to get married. They got married really young. She was, I don't think, quite 18. Anyway, I'm not sure. But they got married young, and she just started having babies. She was an only child, and she wanted to have a family. And so she got going right away. So I think Steve was, I don't know, I think she was maybe 20 when Steve was born. At the most 21. And maybe when you're that young, maybe having 6 children in a row isn't so much. But I look at my nieces and nephews with little ones, and none of them have more than 2, and they're all scrambling. Scrambling quite a bit to keep everything together, keep everybody, you know, with clean clothes and fed. And, you know, both parents are working, so that, I think, is part of it. Steve's mom was not working outside of her home, so I think that definitely makes a difference. But anyway, thinking of my nephew-in-law, my niece's husband, as we're getting this done. Okay, so you can see that this is going to be where the gift card's going to go. Slip in there. And let's go ahead. I think we're ready now to go ahead and put that. I think I will actually use Tombow because I don't want this to come off. And with a gift card, it's going to have a little more weight to it. And so let's go ahead and put Tombow. If my Stamp and Seal Plus was, want to make sure, now this is what you want to make sure of before you take this down, is you want to make sure that you're going the right direction here. So just check your little finger or your little finger hole there if you're making this card. And I would love to see your cards if you use this pattern. Again, the full PDF tutorial will go out to my email list. Yeah, probably this week. Yeah, probably usually on Thursday or Friday I send them out. And the if you just want the supplies, that I can give you in the comments right when I'm getting done with the video. I'll get that in. I want to make sure this is straight. You kind of have a little guide the way this pattern is right there. And then we can, oh Pam, yes, you come up and you come see me when you win the lottery. You're not so far, you probably couldn't get, you could probably drive up here, you know, on a long weekend maybe. Pam's in Missouri, that's why I'm saying that to her. I know she's not super far away. But unless she's in southern Missouri, that I don't know. I do have friends that come from Colorado to stamp with me. Not very often, but every several months they'll drive out and come stamp with me. Okay, so we're going to get this guy on here. Gosh, that window's annoying me. Let's see if I can move all this stuff. If I come down this way, I have to move my camera and everything, so hang on for a second. I'm going to try and get out of this sunlight here. That's a little bit better, but everything is kind of crooked now. Okay. Hopefully that's going to be just a little bit better for you to see, not all quite so much sun coming in. I'll keep going here. Okay, I forgot to do one thing. It's been kind of a scattered day, but there are some cute little stamps in this stamp set that are kind of incidental type stamps. So there's this cute little button, like a man's shirt button, and then this number 1, and then this little corner. And I thought the corner was kind of cute for the inside of this card. So I actually did mean to do this before trying to get out of the sun, before I finish my card, because now I have to get it right. I can't mess it up unless I really want to redo things. But I'm going to go right in the corner here with this little stamp. Oh, pretty good. And then I'm going to go down here. This is always risky, you know, when you've got your greeting already on and then you go to stamp something else and you've got it actually on your card. It's a little risky to go stamping on the inside, although it is on the inside, so there we go. Okay, yeah, so that turned out kind of cute. I'm really rattling here. Oh, thanks, Jackie. You're not that far. You're about in the middle of Missouri, Pam. Well, maybe sometime we can make a plan and you can come up here. Okay, so there we go with the twine. And then along with this suite, he's all that is a whole suite of products. And along with them are rustic metallic adhesive back dots. So we're going to put some of those in. And by the way, if you do use this host code and you order, whoops, got it stuck to my finger from the glue, I think. If you use a host code, you're going to get, whoops, we're going to go up here. These might not show up so much on camera. I'm not sure. They might show. I'll hold it up to the phone in a moment. You will also get, if you order $50 or more, you'll get our May tutorial bundle. And this is 35 projects that I do with other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. Most of these are actually fun folds. I didn't print the whole, there's my teacup. If you watched my Facebook Live a few weeks ago, I did that teacup. And there's detailed instructions, and this, again, there's another fancy fold. And like this one was this was a one sheet wonder. And again, I didn't print them all because it's a huge document to print. But if you order from me during May, $50 more, you're going to get that. With that host code, you will get that tutorial. I'll send it to you as soon as your order comes in. And if you need help ordering, if you're not super comfortable ordering on your own, just contact me and I'll help you do it, or I'll do it for you. One of the two. We'll get her done. Okay, so I'm going to do these little, what are they called? Rustic metallic adhesive back dots. And again, I don't know how well you're going to see those, especially now there's the sun again. But in person, they look good. You might have to trust me on that. And then I'll show you the one I was going to make, the card I was going to make until I lost my Designer Series paper. How can you lose Designer Series paper? I have no idea. Okay, so here's the one I made for my brother Jeff. It's got the paper with the camper on it. And then that was on the inside here. And then I put the little, I don't know if you can see the tree. It's kind of dark against it. But for this card, I used both of those sets of dies. The ones that we used on this card, and then I used the straight ones too. And the tree's kind of covering them up, but that's how I did that one. And so that's his. Here's my nephew-in-law. And then here's my sample. So somebody is going to get the one we made tonight. And here's my 2 samples. So, okay, so which one do you like better? Do you like, hi Kathy, I'm glad you like it. So do you like the one in black or do you like the one in brown? We'll call that black, we'll call that brown. Which one is your favorite, do you think? This one has a circle in back instead of the square. I mean, it's a little bit different, obviously, but, and different colored twine for that one. Anyway, so that's it. That is how you do that. And it's pretty easy, honestly. If you don't have trouble folding it like I did tonight, I don't know what was going on with me. But if you fold it like I did, you'll have your DSP the same on the front and on the inside. You could fold it, you know, just in on each other, and you would just have a different DSP on the inside, but it would still work. So if you get confused like I did, first of all, if you're on YouTube, you can just fast forward it. Chris, do you like the black one? And Pam black, but she likes both of them. Oh, thank you for the hearts. You guys are so nice. Very, you're so sweet. I really appreciate you. And thank you for spending some time with me tonight. Love the colors of the brown card. Oh, Jackie, you like the brown? Yeah, this is definitely, if you knew my brother and you'd see him dress, you would like this one the best. He will like this one. Of the 2, I think he would choose this one. But, so he'll get that one. And he's definitely a guy that does a lot of work. They're remodeling their home. I know I'm just blithering on like you have all the time in the world to just sit and visit with me. But they're remodeling the home that they're living in, and I see the sun's getting me pretty good. And then they're going to be building a new one. But he's doing quite a bit of the remodeling. And my nephew-in-law, he works on cars. That's what he does. He manages an auto shop, and he made their own kitchen table, and he does grilling. They both do grilling. I don't have one for Steve. I guess I'll have to make him one next week because he's a dog dad. Okay, everybody, thanks so much for joining me, and I'm going to get out of the sun, and I hope to see you next week, next Thursday night at 6:30 p.m., and somebody's going to get this card. So even if you're watching, on replay, just go ahead and make a comment, and I'll draw the cards. I'm trying to get myself out of the sun. I'll draw the winner before next week's live. So I'll see you then. Thanks. Bye-bye.